Hey guys, it's your boy Red here doing another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about a Messenger 2.0 and how do you get a Messenger 2.0. Today you will learn how to do that. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the difference kind of, I guess. Spare Change, they're, really alike. Messenger and Spare Change, they're really alike. It's really good, actually. I love this Spare Change. It is amazing. I've actually really gotten used to it now because I've been playing a couple Crucible games with it, and I've gotten really used to it. So I think I've fallen in love with this weapon, dude. I'm so happy I got the things I got on it so I could use it. Yeah. So how you get this weapon is from Crucible. I got mine from Trials of Osiris. Actually, I got all three of mine from Trials of Osiris. Luckily, this one had the perks I wanted. Yeah, I played tons and tons of Trials, obviously, because I wanted to get 3-0 on all, or 3-0, yeah, 9-0 on all three characters. So I just had mine drop just randomly. I got so lucky. I actually had two of mine drop on the same day. One was actually really shitty though, and then obviously I got this one, which was fucking OP as shit. Yeah, just tons of Crucible though. You really just need to play lots and lots of Crucible. I won with mine, but I don't know if you have to win exactly to get this stuff. So, I mean, you could just go in there with a couple of friends and just fucking, I don't know, do nothing really. Just stand there and hopefully somehow get a Spare Change. Because that's how I've gotten all of mine. It's just Trials of Osiris. I don't know if that's because I keep playing more and more and more of it, because, how with the Vanguard Strikes or whatever, you play one and then you have, like, that buff or whatever where you get more legendary stuff or drops from the bosses. So maybe it's like that with Crucible. Maybe you have a better chance the more you play for getting drops. So that's really basically how you get it. You just have to keep playing Crucible until you get a Spare Change. Now, you might be lucky enough to get it, but are you lucky enough to get the perks you need on it? The perks you have to have are something, I think, like Braced Frame, which I'm pretty sure that increases your stability. Not really too sure which perks increase your stability or not, but you just need something to increase its stability. Even if it drops its mag down a little bit, that's fine. You just need something to increase that stability. You also need Headseeker. Headseeker is a must. It's a must. Headseeker is the only thing it does, which is what's so good about this for a 2-burst pulse rifle, is that if you hit one body shot and then get those 2 headshots, it's as if you hit 2 or 1 burst of a headshot. So it's like it doesn't add any extra damage really. It's doing the same amount of damage as you would with a burst to the head. Yeah, so that's it. You just need those 2 perks. If you get those 2 perks, you're fine. You have a Messenger 2.0. Now, compare this to the Messenger. This does, the Spare Change does have a little bit more range than the Messenger, which is a plus. But it also, I don't think there's anything to increase the Spare Change's stability enough to equal the Messenger's. So you will have some kick to it, I guess. Like, it's not that bad, but it really fucks you over sometimes. Let's just say that. Like in a kill here soon, you'll see that this kid should have died, but the kick on this thing it's kind of bad. So now let's talk about the playstyle you need to play with this weapon. Yeah. The playstyle is actually a big part of this weapon. If you play too fast, you're not going to get kills. If you play too slow, I mean, you're usually going to get sniped or something like that. You need to play a medium. You need to play a little bit farther back, but you also need to move with the spawns, rotate with the spawns. You need to play with your teammates, stuff like that. So you can't just sit there in one spot and just keep waiting for people to come there. You do need to move around some, but you do need to play a little bit farther back. Because this weapon is a 2-burst weapon and it has that longer range, you're going to be able to 2-burst from a mile away, basically. But up close and personal, because this weapon does not shoot fast enough, you're really not going to get those 2-burst headshots up close and personal, along with its slow-ass fucking fire rate. This thing's fire rate is awful for me. I hate this weapon's fire rate. I mean, it's really not that bad, but compared to the Hawksaw, I have fallen in love with the Hawksaw's fire rate. So it's just so good for me. Oh, I love that weapon. Love it. Yeah. Anyways, though, that weapon is a god weapon. This weapon, the Spare Change, is a god weapon, and it is just amazing. If you do get this, I'd say keep it. Even if you don't get the perks you need on it, I'd say keep it, because it's still a 2-burst weapon. It's just that you don't really have the perks you need. It is a awesome weapon. I really love this weapon. I'm so glad that they kept a OP fucking weapon. I'm sure they kept it because they turned down the drop rates for Crucible, so they knew that nobody was gonna have this weapon. And I'm sure I'm like one of the few that has Head Seeker on a spare change, dude. Like, oh my gosh. So I guess for the amount of time that you have to play Crucible in order for this to drop, it's not kind of worth it. But if you're just playing, with friends and something, and you're like, hey, you guys want to go play Crucible, try and get that spare change, I guess, and then it drops. I really can't fucking talk today. And I guess it drops, then, it's worth it, I guess. It's just, I feel like grinding out hours and hours trying to get this weapon is definitely not worth it. I would just use not a spare. Yeah, you're gonna use your spare change even though you don't have a spare change. No, I'd use that Hawksaw. And if you don't have a Hawksaw, then go buy one because the Hawksaw is definitely worth it. That weapon, I use that in trials all the time, and I actually probably still will use it on a little bit closer up maps like this week's map. You couldn't really use a spare change on it because the areas of the map were a little bit more closer together, and the spare change. Jeez, oh man, the spare change is just not good at that kind of a distance. So yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. Really, is just how to get this weapon and all the stuffs about it. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and toodles.
ammo inbound. Heavy ammo available. Hard-fought victory.